Both the Warriors and Lakers have made moves up the Western Conference standings since the deals that sent Jimmy Butler to the Bay and Luka Doncic to L.A. They met in L.A. Thursday. Warriors looking for a fourth straight win. Lakers looking for a fourth win in 5 games. Under 8 to go in the first half. Warriors up 6. Jimmy Butler driving past Luka Doncic, and he lays it in. Warriors go up 8. Under 5 to go in the half. Warriors up 6. Steph Curry. Tough bucket there and the foul. Just threw it up over his head, and it goes in. Warriors go up 9 after the free throw. Under 3 to go in the half. Brandon Pajemski went silly. Gets the bucket there. Warriors with 30 assists on their 39 buckets in the game. Ensuing Lakers inbound. Lakers turn it over. Pajemski. 3 more. Warriors go up 15. Final seconds of the half. Lakers down 12. Doncic drives in for the layup. Not a good shooting night for Doncic. Just 6 for 17, 0 for 6 from 3. And then Pajemski right before halftime. 22 points, 6 threes in the first half. Both career highs in a half. He went 8 for 10 from 3 for the game. Had 28. Warriors up 13 at the break. Lakers' largest halftime deficit at home this season. Early fourth quarter. Warriors up 8. Butler, the 3 over LeBron James, and hits it to beat the shot clock. 11 for Butler, and the Warriors up 11. Under 6 to go. 10-point game now. Curry trying to get it to Butler, but he turns it over. Lakers off and running. Doncic to Austin Reeves, lonely in the corner. 9 of 16 from 3 for Reeves. He had 31. Lakers cut it to a 7-point game. Under 5 to go. Warriors up 5. Curry, he had 37. Puts him up 7 with that one. Just over 2 to go. Same margin. Curry, 4 for 11 from 3. Puts the Warriors up 10. Final 30 seconds of the game. LeBron James will get the steal. Get it to Reeves, who finds Dorian Finney-Smith. That's no good. They fight for the rebound. Curry winds up with it. And he draws the foul, and the Warriors going to win it 123-116 over the Lakers.
It does. We set a goal of trying to lift our level of play, preparing for hopefully a playoff series, but we know every game matters down the stretch, and the intensity has been crazy. And that's what you love, like having something to play for is special.
There's a good chance Curry and James will put on a great show when they face off. Thursday marked the 11th time they had dueling 30-point games, including playoffs. That's tied for the second most games by a pair of active players. Warriors leave with a win, and Brian Windhorst joins us now to talk about it. So how big was this for Golden State, Brian?
What a whale of a fourth quarter between these two teams. You could really feel the desire from these two teams to try to win this because there's so much on the line. And the Warriors come out with, I think, their biggest win of the season, Stan. To go in on the 6th game of a road trip. They've been on the road for 2 straight weeks in a vitally important game for seeding in a place where the Lakers were 29-9 this year. They've been awesome at crypto. And to basically just pull it out, just tremendous performance. To win in Memphis and then to win in LA. Now they get to go home for the 2 other games in this monster 4-game stretch. Tomorrow against Denver and then over the weekend against Houston. These 4 games are going to determine where the Warriors are going to finish in the standings. And look, guys, they are sort of the secret number 2 seed here. Because when Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Jimmy Butler play together, they're now 19-2. The lineup that started tonight, which included Brandon Pajemski in one of the games of his career tonight, they're 12-0. So when this team gets together, they are an absolute beast, but they could have very easily had 2 bad days and been in the play-in zone. To get this win puts them in great position to try to secure something outside the play-in and get them even maybe into a home court advantage series by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, 6 games left for the Warriors, 4 of them at home, including those 2 games you mentioned. Now, LeBron James, 33, Steph Curry with 37, so that's kind of a wash. But then Brandon Pajemski looking like an X factor for Golden State, 28, including 8 for 10 from 3. How different are things for the Warriors when he's playing like that?
Yeah, well, Pajemski has been tremendous for them during this stretch. But in this game, Stan, it was really Pajemski stepping up and Luka Doncic not. I mean, this fourth quarter was just incredible basketball. I mean, Austin Reeves scored 20 points in the fourth quarter alone. LeBron had 11 in the fourth quarter. Luka made no impact on this game whatsoever. He didn't play poorly, But this was a game where all of the stars came, and Brandon Podziemski played like a star. Down the stretch of this game, Draymond Green made plays, Jimmy Butler made plays, Steph made plays, LeBron and Reeves throwing haymakers. Luka Doncic was not involved. So, look, tonight doesn't define his season, but if the Lakers are going to get where they want to go, which is a top 4 seed, they're going to need Luka Doncic to deliver. That didn't happen tonight.
Yeah, he did have 19 points, but 6 for 17 shooting. And the glaring number, 0 for 6 from 3. So he'll have to step it up for the Lakers to get where they want to be. Wendy, we appreciate it.
Let's go to the Doc Rivers Bowl. Bucks and Sixers. Giannis with a lot of responsibility on his shoulders with Dame Lillard out. Here's what Doc had to say about that.
With Dame out, I talked about it about 4 or 5 days ago. I said, you are now literally our point guard, and you have to be our playmaker and our scorer.
Giannis said bet. He would go right to work early second quarter. It's a 6-point game. Going the other way. Giannis looking like a point guard with that pass behind the back. 4-point deficit now. Now they're up 1. 3 minutes to play in the half. Giannis double team. Throws it across. Taurean Prince for the 3. Bucks shot about 52%. Another incredible pass from Giannis. Bucks up 4 after that shot. Now tied at 59. Giannis with a bully move all the way in for the layup. He had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists in the half, and Milwaukee led. Now Doc Rivers, he left the bench in the first half. Darvin Ham coached the rest of the game. Doc was feeling ill, and so too was Giannis, but he stayed on the court. Bucks up 7 as he put back his own miss. Now under 6 to play in the fourth. Quentin Grimes blocked by Brook Lopez. Giannis has the ball going the other way. Feeds it to Prince. Career high 17 helpers for Giannis. Now 121-108 Milwaukee. Giannis double team, draws contact, fade away. Yeah, the NBA's first ever 35-point, 17 rebound, and 20 assist performance.
I just try to make the right plays. I feel like I've been creating so much attention, and guys are wide open, and they're always in the right spot. They make it easier for me. They create space for me, so I'm able to operate. And when I don't have nothing, I cannot go all the way. They're wide open, so I'm just trying to make the right play.
Giannis has now gone 6 straight games with 30 points while shooting 60% from the field. That ties LeBron James for the longest streak by any player in the shot clock era. LeBron did it with the Heat back in 2012-13, en route to winning MVP that year.
And maybe LeBron was right. Maybe he would have scored 250 points a game back in the day. Grizzlies and Heat went down to the final seconds in Morant about making a shooting gesture with his hands Tuesday night against the Warriors, but Morant appeared to do it again in the first 5 minutes of the game against the Heat on Thursday. He made the gesture after his first basket of the game, a 3-pointer. Morant did not get any questions from reporters about it after the game.
Anthony Edwards and the red-hot T-Wolves hitting the road to take on Brooklyn. We're going to jump to the second quarter. T-Wolves up by 5. Watch Ant. Offensive rebound, corner 3. After the shot, he steps on Nets coach Jordy Fernandez's foot. Rolled his ankle on the foot. He'd get help to the locker room. Just awful. T-Wolves led by 12 at halftime. About 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. It's a 7-point lead for Minnesota. Edwards warming up in the third. And he's back in the game. So an exhale in the Twin Cities. And he drills a 3, 10-point lead for Minnesota. Early fourth, same advantage. Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and then Rudy Gobert finishes. A 12-point lead a couple possessions later. Conley to Gobert makes the layup. Gobert has 3 games with 20 points, 15 boards, and 90% from the field for the T-Wolves, more than all players in franchise history combined. And now they're just putting on the style points. Edwards slams it home, 17-point lead. Ball movement from the T-Wolves to Edwards, another triple. He had 28 points in another Minnesota win.
On to Toronto for the Blazers and Raptors. Portland trying to keep hope alive for a spot in the play-in tournament. 3 games behind the Kings for the final spot entering Thursday. Third quarter, tied at 60. Shaedon Sharpe with the rebound. Blazers in transition. Sharpe to Denny Avdia before the finish. Avdia 26 points, 15 rebounds. Blazers up 2. Less than 30 seconds left in the quarter. Blazers turn it over. Raptors pushing it. Scotty Barnes to Jonathan Mobo. Raptors down 5. Final seconds of the quarter. Sharpe check out the finish here. Just went right by the defender. Blazers headed to fourth, up 7. Fourth quarter, under 8 to go. Delano Banton, also a Canadian, lobs it to Donovan Clingan. 8 for Clingan. Banton had 23. A minute later, Blazers up 6. Sharp with a step-back 3. 36 for him, and the Blazers take it 112 to 103. Hey, Blazers still in the mix for the play-in game. 2.5 games back of the Kings, who are sitting in the 10th spot right now. According to ESPN Analytics, they're favorites in 2 of their next 3 games. Phoenix 1 game back of the play-in and continues a tough road trip this weekend with matchups against the Celtics and Knicks.
Draymond was talking about how important this stretch of meaningful games are for you, for Moses, for JK, just to get your feet wet and prepare you guys for what's to come. Is that how you view this stretch, and how important is it to feel this type of intense basketball?
Yeah, from the Memphis game and, from that point to the next 4 games, every game's a playoff game to us. That's how I prepare for it. I know that's how everybody else is preparing for it. And so, for me, Moses and JK to play well specifically tonight. And then me and Moses obviously having 2 clutch plays in Memphis. It gives us the ultimate confidence to just go out there and understand, what the game is, but also just understand it's just a basketball game at the end of the day. It just holds a little bit more magnitude. And so obviously we all 3 of us played well, and it helped us win.
Brandon, first of all, great game tonight. Playing with a guy like Steph Curry, we hear you guys shoot these half-court shots and all this fun in practice. But when you get in a game like tonight where you're just, in a zone, just speak to, how that's able to help this team out, especially you being such a young player. And they know they can go to a young guy. Draymond was giving you your props when he was in here. And you don't have to lean on the veterans. You're a young guy that can step in and produce for the team, too.
Yeah, I think the first part, me and Steph, shooting competitions, half-court competitions all the time. We're actually tied 24-24 right now, the half-court competition. So just a few shoot-arounds left. But I think we just try to make fun of it and understand that, Steph's the best shooter. That's, ever step foot on the earth. And so to pick his brain, not only shooting, but just that flow state that he gets into, when he's shooting the lights out, kind of how we saw in Memphis. Just trying to, pick his brain on that and then just get in that kind of rhythm yourself. Obviously, I've had 2 good shooting games on this trip. And so just continue that, to lean on that. And then to your second question, as a young player, having that confidence from the older guys that, you can be leaned on and you're not just out there is super special, especially, as a young player, you got so many things you want to accomplish. To have that confidence from your vets is, amazing.
What's the format of these half-court shooting contests? Is it best out of 10, best out of 5? How do you determine a winner?
Yeah, so we each just shoot 1 shot after practice or during shoot-around, and then we both shoot 1 pre-game. And so if we both miss, nothing counts. If we both make, nothing counts. And so you get 1 shot a day, and we're tied right now.
Hello, Brandon. Congratulations first. And when you was kids, have you ever thought that you can have the performance and stand on the Lakers court, play the game like this?
Yeah, I think me being a confident person myself, understanding, what the team needs, but also what I'm capable of. This is a big game for us because if we lost, we would have dropped to 8th. And so understanding that, we can't just rely on Jimmy, Steph, and Dre every night. There's going to be other pieces in the playoff other players in the playoffs that got to step up. And I think I'm more than capable of doing that. And I was able to do that tonight in a high stakes game.
And how much did you enjoy the game tonight?
Yeah, playing in LA is always fun. Playing against the Lakers in this, historic building. Obviously, at one point, probably 5 Hall of Famers on the floor together. And so just to be, on the same team as them, but also going up against guys like LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, it's special when you look back on it.
Since Jimmy's been here with you guys, what's the most important piece of advice that he's given you personally?
He's always just making sure I'm being aggressive, especially, when Steph comes out at the 3-minute mark of each half, or first quarter and third quarter, and it's me and Jimmy in there. He doesn't just want the ball to always go through him. And, some stars want that, but he always constantly reminded me to be aggressive and shoot my shots too, and not just, have everything go through him, which is, like I said, to his point earlier, from a veteran saying that's been to the finals, that's done so well. that's just more confidence to the confidence I already have.
Hey, Brandon, also congrats on the game. I'm kind of curious in the last minute when Steph was on the line and we're here at the Lakers arena. The people were starting to give these MVP chances for Steph, like out of your perspective. Did you realize that, and how crazy is that to be at the home game, for the Lakers, and then everyone was giving Steph the chance?
I definitely heard it. And of late, we've been hearing it, kind of everywhere we've been, and deservedly so. He's been playing, so well at 37, playing heavy minutes all the time, and producing at a high level. And he's our guy. Obviously, we're going to rock with him, but he deserves an MVP chance because he's playing like it.